Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm in Ukraine, in Kiev, in my hotel room, and I'm about to go to bed.
So this is the big question. For modern people like us with busy jobs and schedules, how do we integrate yoga, science, and modern life? How do we live our normal lives and yet achieve bliss? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Mariya and welcome to Lifestyle Secrets.
It's been a very big day, a lot of traveling, a lot of things and meetings. I even managed to go to the spa, which was so nice. Sometimes we need to treat ourselves, don't we? But as I was flying today, I had this really interesting thinking process. I don't know if it happens to you when you kind of take off and you're up there in the sky and it's a beautiful kind of airy feeling of you dropping off your kind of all your troubles, all your fears, all the stress, and kind of stays on the ground, and you move up and you go into this beautiful white space where nobody can reach you and nothing can really happen to you at that stage, right? You're just sitting there and you're flying through the world. And usually that happens, that it uplifts the mind and lots of thoughts and kind of creativity pops in. But what happened to me was that we're going through kind of a lot of transitioning and a lot of things are going on within Kundalini Lounge. So we are looking to hire people and then we don't know exactly what to do, and there's very low margin of error here. So we really need to execute and we really need to do it right. And at the same time, there's a lot of kind of turbulence and volatility at work. So every morning I'll get up and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And you open the news and you start reading and you kind of figuring out what's happening. And that generates a lot of anxiety and something that I've realized is called fear. So we tend to go through life driven by few forces. And one of the strongest forces we as human beings have, still to these days, our kind of ancient dynamic of fear, of survival. But fear nowadays less so about survival and if the lion's gonna jump at me and eat me. It's much more about our decision-making processes, being judged by others if we got the wrong thing, social dynamics and kind of pressures of, you have to be right, you have to be successful, you have to make it, you have, and it turns out into a very big burden. And then your shoulders hurt, and then you have to go to the spa like me, because I was just literally like this today. And it's one of these things that in life we need to kind of stop and think about, because fear is what we need to confront every single day. And if we're good at it, if we psychologically, consciously get up and say, I'm going to conquer my fear today, whatever it is. I'm scared I'm going to lose my job. I'm scared of flying. I'm scared of meeting a new person. I'm scared of talking to a new person. I'm scared of hiring the wrong person. We're scared about absolutely everything, including what to eat. I'm scared if I eat this, I'm going to get fat. I'm sure you go through this. Every single day we have this absolute dialogue with ourselves because we are scared. And is there anything worse than feeling repressed and kind of shackled by this paralyzing fear of what if? What happens if I'm wrong? What happens if that's not the right person? Well, guess what? You won't know unless you kind of cross the other side. And really, one of the best examples for this is probably my mother, who's always been, you have to be out of your comfort zone. And I live my life largely on her behalf in terms of experiencing this, but also my life has been like this, that I've never really had the pleasure of living in comfort, in my comfort zone rather, where I'll just sit and have it all figured out and everything will be just perfect and I'll have the security and the cushion and kind of this whole blanket approach of it's all okay. And that fear I had to confront every day, and you always have to go outside of your comfort zone. But guess what? Once you're outside of your comfort zone, that's where you learn, that's where you challenge yourself, that's where all the bliss is. Because God has created this life as a challenge. We're not here to just lounge under the sun and enjoy ourselves and pretend that nothing is happening around us. We're here to create, we're here to experience, we're here to manifest our soul and our creative potential into something, and each one of us has their own path. But it's also driven by this force, and whether we take it as fear or this kind of nudging effect of conquer it, go for it, experience it. Don't sit down and say, oh, I don't know, should I talk to that person there? You know, a lot of my friends are currently kind of looking for their significant other, and it's really strange when you start talking to them, because they basically go and say, oh, I can't talk to that person there on the bar, or oh, I'm really interested in that guy, but if I show my interest, then what happens if he doesn't share it? And that's fear of rejection. What happens if I appear weaker, right? And if I show how much I like this guy, then he would just think I'm crazy and he'd just walk away. So I ignore. So there comes the guy, and then they just go completely ignoring. And then that person, obviously, who might have even liked that friend of mine, would just naturally walk away, because there is no interaction, there is no even intent to show any sort of interest, right? And you can take that in any aspect of your life, right? You go to work and you're like, I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna lose my job, I have my mortgage, I have my car license, I have to take care of my kids, I have school fees, I have da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that fear paralyzes you, and then I see this around me all the time, right? I work only with guys, and all these guys are just paranoid. They lose their job, and the family won't make it, that the kids won't go to the best schools, and they're not going to have the 5 million mansion house. And it's a big paranoia. It's a big tragedy. Wow, what's going to happen? Well, take every day as it is. Enjoy it. You're there for a reason. If you don't like your job, move away. There's always going to be a divine plan for everybody. We all have our own paths. We all have our own challenges. And we all going to struggle, because that's unfortunately how we develop. It's never going to be super easy and kind of, okay, that's fab. I'm just going to sit relaxed because I know it's okay. But take that as an advantage, because bliss sits on the other side of fear, on the other side of your comfort zone. And the moment you take this, I think the ultimate point of stretching, ultimate point of massive fear, where you're just about to jump out of that plane, right? When you're just about to take that decision, and you do it, and it's supposed to be the most scary thing on earth, and then you realize that's the best. And then you feel, wow. Even if you're wrong, you feel wow, because you've taken that step, because you've had the courage to confront it, because you've made a decision, a conscious decision, and you took that situation instead of having, you wake up in the morning, and that in the past happened to me so many times, because my job is very, very dynamic and demanding, really. And a lot of things happen, and you have 6 monitors and everything blinks, and if you got the wrong decision or investment, it falls, you feel horrible, and then you have fearing that it's going to go even worse. And you wake up in the morning and your body's like cringed, and the tummy is like a little ball of nerves. It's horrible. Why do we do that to ourselves? No, that's not the way forward. Yes, we take sometimes wrong decisions. Yes, sometimes life is tougher than it should be. Yes, sometimes we go through periods. Yeah, my year has been really, really challenging. I'm so glad it's out of the way, because it's my first day of my new age and I feel great. But you have to go through this, and you need to be strong, and you need to know that it's always the protection of your energetic body, of your auric field, of your soul, and of everybody that has been there for you and will be there for you. Be it that be your social circle, your family, even this communication, even doing yoga with me is some exchange of energy, and there is always a way to communicate. So never feel like you're isolated or alone. Never fear taking a decision. You feel it in your gut. You feel this is right, do it. But don't get yourself into that big ball of nerves in your tummy and then hurting yourself and getting your body sick, because you're not doing yourself a favor. You are also preventing your soul to experience, to express its purpose and why it's here. So I want to share with you beautiful meditation that's to calm ourselves down, to eliminate that fear, to give us that courage so we can actually choose the direction we need to go to and really go for it without second thoughts, without doubt, without that dialogue in my head, without not sleepless nights and kind of waking up in the morning like, oh, I have to do this now and it's so scary. Well, a lot of things are going to be scary, and when we don't know something, we are so paralyzed with fear. The unknown freaks us out. But if you knew everything, if you knew everything about your life, about your future, how fun would that be? You wouldn't even have dreams. You wouldn't have that inspiration. You wouldn't have the chance to even create your future because you'll be limited. And we've been created to grow, to experience, to be beautiful and bright and touch people and share and really create something on this planet. And the only way to do that is when we believe, when the mind, when the stories in our head are open. They're not written, they're open. And we write them as we go along. But without fear, with all the courage, with all the belief in ourselves and others, and with the absolute understanding that we're here for a reason and that our purpose is yet to unravel. And we have all the energy, the capacity, and the creativity to do so. So let's do that meditation. I love it. It's really good. So if you're feeling like you're really lost a little, this is the perfect one. And we're doing it with Dan Dan meditation, which is a beautiful mantra for miracles and for manifesting. So you're gonna bring your left hand into your right hand, and then you're gonna put your right thumb in the palm of the left, and then the left thumb on top. The right hand, the fingers are gonna wrap around the left hand, and you're gonna bring this mudra at the chest. And we're gonna listen to the beautiful mantra. And just feel the sternum and feel the pumping of the heart. That beautiful heart of yours, strong, powerful, full of love and creativity. Don't ever forget that you can do it and that you should not fear anything. Hold your hand tight. Hug the heart. And take the breath deep inside the body, all the way from the belly, through the rib cage and chest, up to the shoulders, and exhaling back all the way down. Feeling that energy of protection, of security and safety, and allowing yourself to get into that state of bliss. Keep that feeling of lightness. Feel how the body is enveloped in this beautiful bright light. Feel the comforting of the mudra touching your heart. Focusing on the breath as it comes in, and then when it comes out, you let go. Eyes are focused to the third eye. And just go within. Feel yourself stronger, full of trust in your own self, in your own abilities, in your own divine bliss. We are born perfect and we doubt ourselves all the time. Don't allow that. Feel it in every cell of the body. Feel that you're secured and taken care of. That you're not alone. Because we are not alone. We are all here. We are all together. And we all experience exactly the same things. We just don't share them. That makes it harder. the breath long and deep. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And now inhale and exhale. Relax the hands down. How does that feel, guys? I really wish you feel that vibration and that energy. And if you really feel scared for whatever reason to do this, then you can always share and you can always write to me. I'll be very happy to help if I can. But trust yourself, trust the process, trust the Kundalini science as well, because it's there to help us. It works on a very deep level. It helps our electromagnetic field, works on the auric field, connects us back to our origin, to our center, so that we can eliminate the noise from the current life, from this material surroundings, from everything that happens in our life, from the stories we write, so we can break out free and we can actually do what we're here for. Stay strong, believe in yourself. Sat Nam.